It's not looking like I have the hard drive space to be able to do a full 6-episode session this week. Although I'm gonna get close, and I'm damn sure gonna try. Come hell or high water, I'm gonna record enough episodes, because God knows I haven't recorded anything in too long. So we've been shouted at to get to the car lot. So what I'm gonna do is get lost on a city that I should know pretty well on my way there. I was just taking an alternative route. That's what it was. It was an alternative route. Oops. Try not to crash into anyone. Right. There we go. Pick up a tiny little bit of extra money. Not that you need it, because the cars in this game don't actually cost money. You get them you get them gifted to you. The money is only for upgrades.
Finally, where have you been with my ride, huh? There better not be a single mark on it.
Sam claims you can drive. Maybe so, but you ain't using my ride. Use your cash to pick out a set of wheels. I'll call you later.
My aim is to not drive
Samantha called.
one of the cars that I drove in the first Underground. So immediately the 206 is out. The Focus is in, although I don't want to drive the Focus particularly. The Corolla is in. The 240 unfortunately is out. The 106 is in, and the Corsa is in. Now I'm pretty sure I had a whole episode of Underground 1 debate dedicated to me trying to work out which car I wanted to drive. And I'm pretty sure I ended up settling on the 106 because Josh, who I talked about last week, his dad had one, and his dad spray painted his wheels and all this stuff. But I think I've changed my mind. I'm gonna go full weeb and drive the Corolla, even though I know that the USDM spec 8.6 is not what anyone could reasonably describe as an 8.6. I still want to drive it to start out the game, because it's probably the fucking worst car you could choose. You know, the acceleration is 0, the top speed is 0, the handling is pretty good. I think it has the best handling, like on par with the 106. But I mean, you know, apart from that, it's pretty fucking poor. But I have my first car now, so that's fine. Well, the next thing to do is take it home. Or home, air quotes. I'm going to be living out of someone else's garage for the duration of this race. This game, not race. Also, I feel like I'm going to end up talking over Rachel a lot. And I don't think this game has subtitles, but, you know, as I've said multiple times already, probably even in this episode, although I can't really remember. Everyone's played this game. Everyone knows all of Rachel's voice lines. You know, it doesn't matter what I talk over, because we all know it. We've all seen it before. And I'm going to take another alternative route. Oops. Which was a mistake. And that's the reset button. Okay, found it. That's going to speed things up a tiny little bit. The arrow is trying to tell me to go in literally the opposite direction of my destination, which is nice of it. Right, here we are, home sweet home. I probably won't use this garage at all during the game, because I never do.
Let me give you the 411. Everything in the Bayview race scene goes through me. And if you haven't noticed yet, it's the place to be. The race scene here is big. Whatever you like, you can find it, if you know where to look. Drag, drift, circuits, and way more. The scene runs so deep, we're racing in places you wouldn't believe. Of course, with that comes an opportunity for some serious money. Best of all, there's an invitation-only series called the Underground Racing League for the elite driver, where the coin and the props are off the hook. All it takes is the right cred and the proper connections. Remember, this is my town. You're a guest, so max respect. Round back is Tommy. He's a wizard under the hood. He'll hook you up.
Hey, dude. Rachel set it up so you can handle all your business out of the garage. She set aside some room for you. Come on, I'll show you where you can store your rides.
It's kind of weird how when you buy your first car, she says, you know, don't bother wandering off because there's nothing going on. And then when you get to the garage, one of the things she says is, there's loads going on tonight. You know, I mean, she is a woman, so like she can't really be expected to have a mind made up. But you know, there's either things going on or there isn't. You can't. It's not really one of those things you can argue about.
I've uploaded the race locations into your map. Go out there.
So I'm thinking I don't want to go racing in a, you know, completely stock Corolla because the thing's a piece of shit. And I know that the AI on this game aren't particularly good, but you know, I kind of want to have at least the slightest little bit of some form of performance upgrade. So I'm not going to use this upgrade shop because it's expensive. I'm going to go to Megalo. But I thought you know, it's worth getting it on my map. And also there was a tiny little bit of money lying around. And just like the Jew at the beginning of this game, it's worth scrounging up every penny you can find, because you're going to have to pay off a lot of insurance after you keep doing stupid fucking shit like that. This game, I did say, right, that I reckoned this game would take less time to do than the first Underground, because, you know, I'll be restarting races less often. And I think I tried to factor in the, you know, that I'd have to be free roaming everywhere into that calculation, but that might have been a minor miscalculation. I think this game is going to take a little while, not too much longer, but, you know, longer than the first Underground took. Always go for ECU parts first, because one of them is a remove top speed limiter, and that's really what you need. And if I could afford nitrous, I can't. No, okay.
Nitrous oxide is the glycerin of the race world.
Yeah, the ECU is absolutely the best thing to get. There's also, in this game, you stack upgrades. Like, just having tier 3 engine parts isn't nearly as good as having a mix of 3, 2, and 1. With 1 being the last you install to override any shit parts. Oh shit, I've got to... Fuck reading that. I don't think I'm gonna bother. We'll go ahead and we'll... The first race I'm gonna do is a little bit of drifting. Because I'm in an 8.6, so, you know, it makes sense. And it was the nearest, and I want to get something done. I know how to drift. I don't need a tutorial. You know, I've done plenty of drifting
Yo, check.
in Underground. Underground 2 is mostly the same. And I need the money from drifting to be able to modify my car a little bit. Because, you know, it's one thing to actually be able to perform. It's a total other thing to be able to look cool. And this game is all about looking cool. You know, not modern day cool, where everyone that likes cars is obsessed with, like, clean and, you know, fucking The Thing, where they lower the car too much, and camber, that's it. You know, everyone's a fucking faggot obsessed with that shit. No. You gotta look cool in this game with enormous body kits and stupid wings, and that's what I want. I wish cars would go back to that, because everyone knows that fucking everyone knows camber is boring and for fags. It sounds like I'm being ironic. I think I made that sound like I was being ironic for some reason, but I'm serious. I think that cars should be about emulating racing cars. That's the whole point. You know, racing cars are cool, so you have to modify your car so it looks like a racing car. You know, big spoilers, body kit parts, that kind of thing. Let's mark that on the map as well, even though I'm not going to go there just yet. Now that we've got the drifting done, I feel like we've got enough time left in the episode to go and repaint my car. So we're going to head over to the only paint shop that will be unlocked at this point in the game, which is near the center of town. So I've got to go back to where I came from, a little bit backtracking, and then it's up here. Oh. There it is. It wasn't up there, it was up the next road. Don't worry, I knew. So, we're going to paint the car. I don't know if we're going to put any stickers on the car, but we're definitely going to paint it. Because I need to save a little bit of money for rims, because, you know, the standard rims on the Corolla in this game are pretty poor.
So do yourself a favor and convince them that you're not borrowing your
So,
making your ride stand
you know,
out is what it's
originally
all about. So
I was going to go
customize
for a
your ride
white,
with a color change.
but I don't think I will. I might go for a blue. What are our thoughts on blue on the Corolla? Make it a really light blue. What's the lightest blue? I think it might be this one. That's kind of pale. This one then. I don't really like it. Let's go for a nice solid blue. Or white. Or red. Or yellow. Or white. Can't really go wrong with a white Corolla, to be honest. We won't bother with decals and that kind of thing just yet, because like I said, I want to buy rims. Because I don't like looking at those ones. No one likes looking at those ones. So that's going to be the next order of business. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it over to the nearest body shop before 15 minutes is up for this episode, but I'm going to give it a go. It's a race against time. Less than a minute to make it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. That's a lot of this game is going to be that. It's going to be episodes end when I get somewhere. Because I don't want to, you know, continually... I missed a bit of money, but, you know, whatever. We're in a rush. Oh shit, I've gone the wrong way. It's been a long time since I last played this game, alright? I want everyone to realize that, and, cut me at least a little bit of slack for not quite being able to remember my way around. You know, it's not a big deal. You know, memorizing Bayview is something I did a long time ago, and, you know, I can remember most of it. I just can't remember individual roads. and that kind of thing. So next week, I'm gonna buy some rims, some rearms. Everyone likes rearms. Oh, fuck's